Hey guys, it's Lydon
And Tyler.
from Tech Focus, yes. And for today's video, we will be showing the specs of our under $1,000 PC builds made on PC Part Picker.
One other side is AMD and the other side is Intel. Which will perform better? Also post your opinion in the comment section below. Let's find out and welcome to Tech Focus, yes. Enjoy.
The first build we're going to do is my build, which is Lydon's build. We're doing the Intel build. So for my processor, I chose the Intel Core i5 6500 processor, 6 megabytes of cache, up to 3.6 gigahertz. This is a very good processor. It's 14 nanometer. It's a Skylake processor. It comes under just $190 in that area. That margin, just like the $190 margin in that area, and it's a really good all-around processor. You guys will enjoy this processor, and it really packs a punch in gaming. For my CPU cooler, I went with the Corsair Hydro Series H60 liquid CPU cooler. This CPU cooler has 200 RPM. It has a single radiator dim. It is 120 millimeter, and it doesn't have really high fan noise. It's pretty quiet, and it's very nice for gaming. For sure, and you can get a really nice overclock off that cooler. My motherboard I went with was the Gigabyte G1 Gaming G8 H170 Gaming 3. This is a Intel H170, AMD HMDI, SATA 6, all that USB stuff, and it does Core i3s, i5s, and i7s, and the Pentium and the Celeron. It's a LGA 1151 platform, and it supports up to DDR4 12133 megahertz, and it's around the $130 to $150 region, and it is a really good motherboard for gaming, and it is enough for gaming for sure. And I think you can run SLI cards on that for sure, and it can pack a lot of RAM in that. I think you can put 64 gigs in that. So for my RAM, I went with G-Skill Ripjaws V-Series, 16 gigs, 2 times 8, so two 8 sticks, 288 pin DDR4. This is 2400 clocked. This has a really nice clock, and you don't need anything more than 16 gigs of RAM. Even 8 would do fine, but I chose 16 gigs just for preference, because just in case you're doing video editing, stuff like that. So that's the RAM, guys. For the graphics card, what else to choose but the Radeon RX 480, the Gigabyte version. This has a reference cooler design on it. DirectX 12. This is the 8 gig version. I think it's just GDDR5. It's not GDDR5X. This is a $225 card. Depends on where you live. I live in Canada. We will, at the end of this clip of my full build, I will show you guys the pricing for the whole build for US, Canadian, and UK prices, so you guys can see that later. And for the hard drive, I went with the Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte. Very good hard drive, 7200 RPM, 64 megabytes of cache. It's a 3.5 inch, so you put it in a 3.5 inch bay. It's all good. It's a really nice hard drive. That's what you need for storing your games on and stuff like that. But I wouldn't forget that solid state drive. I went with the Kingston SSD now, the V300 series. It's 2.5, 120 gigabyte. So you're going to store a couple games on here maybe. It's mostly just for your operating system to get that quick boot time, and it's all around a really, really fast one. And you guys love the performance. It'll even load games faster for you guys. For the power supply, I went with the EVGA 600B1. This is a 600 watt PSU. It's 80 plus bronze certified. It is 100 to 240 volt, 50-60 hertz. It is the B1 series. Just so you guys know, not the B2 or the BQ or any of that stuff. It is the B1 series. So, and then finally, what else better than the Corsair 100R case? This has a lot of cool stuff with it. For the price, this is my favorite all-around case entirely. I wouldn't change the build one bit without this case. This is an amazing case, and I love it a lot. I'm planning on getting it my next build. This case is a steel ATX mid-tower case. It has two USB 3.0s at the front and audio front ports, two external 5.25 drive bays, and 7 expansion slots. There's no ATX power supply included or anything. It's just the case. It has a beautiful side panel window so you can see all the guts of your build, and it's perfect, and it's probably one of my favorite. So that's my full build, guys. This just came under 660 US and 8 something Canadian. I'll check that out. But yeah, it's a really good all-around build, guys. This thing can get you through VR, and it gets you all the way to 1080 ultra settings, 60 FPS gaming, and you can even punch in a little 1440p gaming there, depending on the game and where you stand at. In the market for a new SSD, guys, well, look no further than HyperX Savage solid-state drives. They got SATA Ref 3.0 6 GB per second performance, up to 650 read and write speeds. You got 7mm form factor, and they come in a bunch of bundle kits and USB 3.0 external closure, guys. Check them out.
So this is the AMD build. It costs around $900 to $990. It is the 8-core AMD FX 8350 Black Edition version. It has a 8 MB of level 3 cache. It also comes with a stock heatsink and fan, so you can overclock it to about 4.2. But if you go with the Corsair H100 IV2, you can overclock it a bit higher than that. I went with G-Skill Ripjaws X Series 8GB 240 pin DDR3, because it's the cheapest right now, the most reliable as well. I went with an MSI Radeon RX 488GB. It's VR ready, and it's a PCI Express 3.0 port. It has one HDMI port and three DisplayPort 1.2s. It's around £200. That's around $250 ish. It has DirectX 12 and OpenGL 4.5. The effective memory clock is around 8,000 MHz, and it has GDDR5 as well. The case, I went with NZXT S340 matte black and red steel ATX mid tower case. I went with this case because it's plain simple, and in the front, that is where you put your radiator for your liquid cooling. It's a very small compact case, that's why I like it. There's also a glossy black version, but if you want to get a load of finger marks over the case, I suggest get that one, but I went with the matte black. I went with an EVGA 500B1. It's not B2 or whatever, it's certified, and it's 500 watt power supply. There's all the way up to 600, 700, 750, but I went with a B1 series at 500 watt, which is around £35 ish. I went with a Western Digital AVG 500GB hard drive. On Newegg it's refurbished, I can't give you an exact price, but I'm guessing around £50 ish. I went with the Kingston SSD 120GB SATA3. It's quick to load up your games if you're going to put games on there, or your operating system. It'll also load up that pretty fast. So that's 2.5 inches. It's 10 times faster than normal drives. And for the motherboard, I went with an MSI 970 Gaming AM3 Plus motherboard. It's red and black, so it goes nice with the whole build. It has multiple PCI slots in there, and you can SLI bridge there if you want. It can hold up to 32GB of DDR3. It can hold multiple DDR3, 1866, 1600, 1333, and 1066. So that's the motherboard I went with, and yeah, altogether that's a good build. It's VR ready for most parts. You could probably overclock the CPU to about 4.5, maybe 5-ish, if you go that high. So guys, that's the AMD build. Hope you enjoy. Peace.
In the market for a new SSD, guys, well, look no further than HyperX Savage solid-state drives. They got SATA Ref 3.0 6 GB per second performance, up to 650 read and write speeds. You got 7mm form factor, and they come in a bunch of bundle kits and USB 3.0 external closure, guys. Check them out. Hey guys, so in the conclusion for our build, we're right now we're going to discuss who has the better build in our opinions and who do you think's better. So Tyler, what's your first argument you think?
Well, personally, I think my computer is good as it is, but if I change the CPU to maybe Intel, it'd probably be a bit better because the nanometers is a bit old. It's a 32 nanometers and you're on like 16, I think you said?
14.
14, well anyways, like half, almost double
Yeah.
the amount, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd definitely go Intel over AMD at the minute.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I would love to have 8 cores. I'd love that, but the thing is that the FX series struggles because their cores are a lot weaker than Intel's cores.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not sure. Like, it'd be nice for multitasking for that 8 core, but it's not like they're very strong cores. The CPUs are kind of balanced, but not really, because the 14 nanometer makes a really big difference, and there's the TDP on FX 8350 is a lot larger, but all around these are really nice builds in my opinion, and the only thing that makes the difference really in these builds are the
It's a
CPUs.
CPU, yes.
Like the
But
only, like,
maybe if you overclock the FX 8350, you
yeah.
might have a chance. But
Yeah, but like I don't have a K version. I only got the i5 6500, so it only turbos up to like 3.6 and it's stock like 3.2, so it's not like I can overclock it. But if I had like a K version, like a 6600K, and if I had an overclock on that, I don't think the FX would really have a chance of catching up. But that's my opinion.
true.
And but the RAM, also the RAM, I have DDR4 RAM. He has DDR3 because the FX series can't have DDR4.
Yeah, I noticed.
So, but that's only with the Skylake. Like, if I went with like an i5 4460 or 4690K or something like that, I would have also had DDR3 because the only reason I have DDR4 is because Skylakes can run DDR4, and they are all running DDR4. So that's the only reason why I had to go with DDR4. And DDR4, I don't think you're really going to notice much of a difference, really.
No.
Not a difference really for upgrade reliable. But it's DDR4, and I also have a higher clock, but I don't think it'd make much of a difference in the end. And we have the power supplies and everything. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. On the AM3 side, he got a really solid motherboard, and I got a really solid motherboard for LGA 1151. So that's pretty much the aftermath, guys. I both think these computers would perform really solid in the VR and the 1080p, even clipping into some 1440p gaming titles in maybe a bit lower settings, but all around an RX 480 is an RX 480.
Yeah, it's pretty overpowered graphics card. 8GB GDR5, that isn't too bad. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Also, I think my cooler is just a bit better than yours. In my opinion.
The H100i is a better cooler. You could probably put a really nice overclock on that FX 8350.
Pretty sure there's like two versions. I think there's a low profile version. I think there's a stock version, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, his cooler is better than mine, but he could get a nicer overclock. But it's not like I'm overclocking anyways, because I don't have a K version. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button. And yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe.
If you have any other inquiries, like if you didn't like the video, tell us why. Maybe leave a dislike and we can improve it next time. So yeah.
Yeah, guys. So this has been Tech Focus. Yes, you guys know the name. You guys can check out our Twitter, our Instagram. Follow us, tweet to us. Have any questions? We could do a Q&A maybe one day if you guys want us to. Not sure yet. We're still.
If you have any good setups, maybe leave a link or a picture to them.
Yeah, we can also do
a new series coming out.
Yeah, we can do a setup series of like if you send your pictures into your setups, we'll do pictures, and we'll have a vote who has the best setups. We can do straw polls on that, stuff like that too. So guys, if you guys really enjoyed this video, you guys know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button, and yeah. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Tech Focus. Yes, and see ya. Peace.